Editing objects. In Figma, we can create a custom object by editing regular shapes. For example, here I have a rectangle. If I double click on the rectangle, it will turn into edit mode. You can see that the toolbar is changed in edit mode. So we have a move tools, pen tool, and bend tool, and paint bucket, and done. If I hover over the any side, you can see that pen icon and the plus icons. That means you can add anchor point and you can create any shape like that. If I create another shape and going to edit mode, now if I hold the command and hover over the right side, now we can create a curve shape. So any side we can create a curve side. Also we can use alignment tools to create different shapes. So double click on edit mode, selecting both top and bottom corners. Now if I click align vertical center, we can create arrow. So like this we can create objects in Figma. Flipping elements. To flip any element vertically or horizontally, we need to select icon and press shift H. This will make a flip horizontally, and if we select icon and if we press shift P, this will apply flip vertically. Also same thing we can do image. For example, in the person in this image looking at the right side, now if I flip this image to make him is a left side. So this will be useful whenever we need to flip any elements without creating entirely new icon. Override auto layout. So here I have a card which is created with auto layout, and also here I have an icon. Let's say if I want to place this icon top of the image, bottom right side, if I drag the icon to the auto layout, it will place in the auto layout structure. Now we can't place the icon in the top of the image. Even if you drag the icon top of the image, it will go to next position. For that, we can select that icon, and in the right panel we have absolute position option. Click on the absolute position. Now the absolute position is applied for the icon. Now we can place this icon anywhere within the auto layout frame. For example, now I'm placing icon bottom right corner. Create component sets. So here I have already created 4 buttons with the 4 states: normal, hover. Now we can convert these buttons into a component sets. For that, we need to select all buttons and click on component icon in the middle of the toolbar, and now select create component set. So now 4 buttons created as a component set. Sometimes we get errors when we create component sets. So if you see that error message, some variants have the same property value applied. Change the values of these to resolve this. Click on select conflicting variants. Once you click on, you will see that 2 buttons selected. Now problem with these 2 buttons is they have same name, right? The primary, hover. So now what I do, I'll select the normal button, and if you see here, this property is going to be primary normal. If you select component sets, you don't see any warning messages. Multi-select matching layers. Using multi-select, we can select same elements in number of frames. So here I have 2 frames and 2 shapes, same shapes in the 2 frames. So let's say if I want to change this yellow to red, now I can use the multi-select and change the yellow color at the same time for both shapes in the both frames. For that, select yellow shape, and in the toolbar you can see that select matching layers, or we can use command shift A. Once you click on that icon, now the yellow shape selected in 2 frames. Now I can go to fill section and change it to as a red. I can also add some corner radius, and I can add stroke, anything in the same way. Like that, I select the blue circle and go to toolbar and click on select matching layers. Now the 2 circles selected from 2 frames. Now here I'm using just 2 frames, but if you have 10 frames, 50 frames, 100 frames, this will work same. Now I can change color. Now how you can use this in a UI design. So here I have two screens. One is create an account and another one is login. In these two screens, button, create button and login button color is same. And also other elements like headings, labels also sharing same text properties. So now using matching layers, how we can change these two button colors at a time. Let's say create account button and go to toolbar and click on select matching layers. Now create account button and login button selected. So in the right panel in selection colors, you can see that this background color of the button, open fill color. Now I can change the color. If I select any other color, the color will apply for two buttons. So here we have just two buttons, but two screens. But if you have more than, let's say login flow itself, if you create a prototype, you will get around more than 10 screens, forgot password and everything. So this button, wherever you use this button across the all screens, you can quickly change the button properties, and this will save a lot of time. Try to use select matching layers in your workflow. See how you can save time and multi-edit text. So here I have all four buttons have same labels. But what if I want to change this button label to save? Actually, we need to go to every button, every label, select the label and change. But with using multi-edit text option, we can change all labels at a time. Let's see how it works. For that, first I hold command and select one label and press command slash and type select. So here I will select all with same text properties. Now four labels selected. So here in toolbar, you see that multi-edit text button is activated. We can click on the icon or else we can press enter in the keyboard. So now you can type label whatever you want. Here I'm going to type save. Four labels changed at a time using multi-edit text.
Swap component instances. Here I have a button. Let's say I'm creating another button using this button. Let's duplicate this button and change the background color. Background color is blue. Then change label to comment. Select icon and right click. If you come here, select icon and right click and go to swap instance. Here we see the list of icons we already created. Now select comment. So now the icon is selected. And the same way we can create another button. And this is bookmark. Change fill color, select icon, and in the right panel you see the component section. This is comment component. You have a drop down here. Click on drop down. Now you can see that I have selected local components. These are the list of components available. So now what we need bookmark. So we going to select save. Like this, we can use swap instances to quickly change instances in different components. Gradient distribution. Select shape which you want to create gradient. Click on fill. So here I am going to select gradient. The gradient selected. So here we have only two colors. Let's add one more color here. I'm going to change this color to yellow, and I'm going to add another color, and this color is going to be green. I'm going to add another color, this one to be blue. So now I have added total 5 colors, but if you see that here is a lot of gap. So to make all colors equal, we need to double click on any of the color. Let's say I'm clicking on this blue color. Now the all 5 colors is distributed equally across the element. So this way you can distribute the color with one click. Copy design as a PNG. Sometimes we need to send our design to our manager or team member or any other part to get quick feedback. Yes, we can share the Figma design. You create link and sharing, and if they don't have a Figma, that's going to be a problem. Everyone won't have access to the Figma. So in that case, Sending a design as an image to get a quick feedback is very helpful. Let's say here I have a card design. Now, if I want to send this just a card design to my manager or to any other person to get quick feedback, card and right click, go to copy, paste as, and copy as PNG. You can copy a component or you can copy the entire frame, anything will work. So now I'm coming to here, another frame, right click and paste here. Now if you see the left panel, you can see that it got pasted as an image. So you can use this to send an email, or you can send it in a chat or WhatsApp, anything that you get a quick feedback. This works for frames also, right? Let's say I'm selecting this frame and right click and copy as PNG, and now I am right click and paste here. Now entire frame is created as image. So this is a quick way to copy design or any design element as a PNG. Separate stroke from fill. Here I have a shape with a fill and stroke color. Now if you want to separate fill and stroke, select shape and right click, and here we have outline stroke option. Select outline stroke options. So now in the layer panel you can see that there is 2 layers created. Now if you select fill and move, now we have 2 layers. We can use this like anything. We can create any designs. Let's duplicate again. So now you create something like this. Scaling elements. Here I have a shape and text. I have created a group for these 2 layers. Now if I want to increase the size, let's say if I increase the size from the corner, shape will increase the width, but the text is not increasing proportionally. So for that we can use a scale tool, select group and press K on the keyboard. So now the scale tool activated. If you see in the right panel, scale tool activated, and it is default by 1x. We can select as a 2x or 3x. If you see now, along with text size also increase proportionally. So now we can decrease the size also. Let's say 0.5x. At the same time, we can increase with the holding corner and drag. So whatever size we want, we can create. So this works for any elements. Let's say if I created a button, the background color, font size is 16 pixel. And now if you increase the button size without scale tool, let's say I hold shift and drag. Now you can see that button size increased, but text is not. But the same thing, if you select button and activate scale tool, pressing A in the keyboard. Now if you drag, you no need to hold the shift also. You can, if you drag, you can increase the size with text and shape sizes equal proportionally. Merge color values with mouse. You can change colors in Figma with mouse wheel. For that, select shape and go to the fill. Select shape and open the fill section. Here, if you hover over the color picker area, then scroll the mouse wheel, you can change the colors. Let's say if I'm selecting this shade, now if I scroll the mouse wheel, you can see the different hues with the same color stage, same color with same shade. This works for gradients also. Let's say if I go to gradient, now select one point and open the fill section. Now if I here, and if I scroll mouse, will change the color. Same thing for other points. Like this, we can use mouse wheel to change colors. Quickly adjust opacity. In Figma, we can adjust opacity by selecting the layer and go to the layers panel. You can see the 100% opacity. I can give the number directly, let's say 20% or 50% or 100% like that. Or we can slide left to decrease the opacity. Or the fastest way to reduce opacity is selecting layer and press numbers in the keyboard. Let's say if I press 1, it's going to be 10%, 2, 20%, 3, 30%, 4, 40%, 5, 50%, and 0 is 100%.
Use these tips in your workflow and increase efficiency in your workflow.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos.